This is the children's talk. Sonny, good to see you. What have you been doing this week?
Hello, Clive. Hello, everyone. I've been watching Amanda fill her 2020 blessings bubble. Bauble, even. It's like a bubble. It's clear.
What's it all about?
Well, Amanda was very disappointed that it seems all the decorations for Christmas trees this year that say 2020 are all negative. They show people with face masks and hand sanitizer and toilet paper, all the things that has been difficult this year. People want to put all the negative things on the Christmas tree. And so Amanda thought it would be better to have all the things that happened this year and put them in a Christmas decoration. And so she came up with an idea of a 2020 bauble, and I think she gave it to you. So if you hold it up, then everybody can see.
So that's what it is.
Yes, it's all filled with lots of little things. If you take the bauble apart, you could show the children what's in it.
Oh, this is going to be difficult for someone like me. Oops, have I broken it?
No, don't tip it. They're all in order. The first thing is a 2020 logo, so you know which year the bauble's for.
So, can you see that? It's probably backwards.
No, it's the right way. 2020.
All right. 2020. Good.
And the second thing is a rainbow.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
It's just a little rainbow made out of polymer clay. And because we saw lots of rainbows, didn't we? People put them in their windows, first of all, for hope, because we have a hope, and we saw them around Easter. And then the rainbows came to represent all those people who were working in the NHS. So she thought it would be good to put a rainbow in.
That must have taken a long time to put together.
And then the next thing is a panda. It's only a little picture of a panda.
I don't know if you can see it. Oh, yes, you can.
There'll be a different one later. Amanda likes pandas, and this year there's been lots of pandas in her life, in cards and other things, so she put a panda in there. And the next thing is a picture of me.
Well, Sonny, many people have seen you on screen, but they haven't seen you in real life, have they? So they've got a picture of you now. Isn't that wonderful?
But if it wasn't for lockdown and you having to record things, all the children wouldn't know about me, so it's been nice to be introduced to you.
Yes, you've become famous, haven't you? Which is wonderful.
Not famous. Notorious, maybe. And then the next thing is a picture of two people.
Right, there's that little one. I think I might have a bigger one I can show you. Yes, let's see if you can see these. These two people became very famous, quite rightly so. So that's Captain Tom Moore and Tony
Hudgell.
Hudgell. He's only 5 years old, but he did an amazing thing, didn't he?
Yes, Captain Tom walked and he raised lots and lots of money for the NHS. And Tony, he walked 10 kilometres on his prosthetic legs. Poor boy had to have his legs amputated and he's got prosthetic legs. And it was very difficult for him to learn to walk again. But he walked 10 kilometres for charity.
That is astonishing.
And it just goes to show that no matter how old or how young you are, you can always do something for the benefit of other people. And I think this year, lots of people have been doing special things for other people. And so Amanda put those in to remind herself that you're never too old or too young to be helpful.
Excellent to have that on the Christmas tree, isn't it? Now, I think I've got a little...
The next thing is it's a rock cake. Amanda has been making lots and lots of rock cakes, and that was to remind her that she's enjoyed doing all the baking. I think Clive and Luke have enjoyed doing eating too.
Oh, indeed, indeed. Now, it seems I've got a dog here.
Yes, it's a picture of Ruby Dog. There's a bigger picture.
There she is.
Yes, we had a dog for about a month in two-week sessions because we were dog sitting, and it was really nice to have a dog in the house again. although Ruby was a bit interested in me and she wanted to play with me, but I'm a bit too fragile, and so she couldn't play with me, but she could look at me. And I talked to her.
Now, some of you would have seen it during the end of one service. She was sleeping at my feet, and I pointed the camera down. I hope it wasn't too difficult for you to see her.
She was snoring, wasn't she?
She was indeed.
She does that a lot. She's a very old dog, but anyway. And then there's a plant in a pot.
Oh, it's very delicate, this. We have to be careful of plants, don't we? Where are we? There we are.
Amanda really enjoyed doing lots of things in the garden, and so she made a pot to remind her that. Mind you, there's lots of new pots and plants in the garden now, so there's lots of watering when there's no rain. But it was a really enjoyable time to be in the garden. And
look at the colour. It's your colour, isn't it?
It's nearly. It's supposed to be a rose.
Well, like you.
I'm not a rose. I'm a monster.
Oh, my. And then I've got this here.
Oh, that's the last thing. It's supposed to be a sunflower because Clive's sister sent everybody seeds and we had a family sunflower growing competition. Amanda didn't win, but it was fun to grow sunflowers. It's the first time we've had sunflowers in the garden, so it was really nice. So that's just a few things that Amanda found to be a blessing, and that's the bauble that they're all in.
Right, and so Amanda will have to tell us about what to do with these.
Later on, she's going to come out after we've finished and explain to the boys and girls how to get their baubles.
So that's brilliant, isn't it? So, well, thank you, Sonny. When's your Christmas holiday?
Well, I will be on Christmas holiday after this, Clive. You might see me if you Zoom on Christmas morning, but otherwise I'll be on holiday. But it's been really good to be able to remember all the good things that have happened in 2020 rather than the negative things, and to be able to give thanks and to count our blessings. And we hope that you, the boys and girls, and maybe some adults, will take a bauble and make a blessing bauble for your Christmas tree for 2020. I nearly said 19, but it's 2020, isn't it?
I know.
I'm a bit muddled. It's my noodle brain.
Well, it's been lovely to see you, Sonny. And after you've left, we hope that Amanda will come and explain a bit more about this wonderful little bauble. So thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. I just want to explain to you about the package that you'll be receiving. There'll be a little bag available at church, and I have some at home for those people who won't be at the service at 5 o'clock on Sunday. And if you contact me through Facebook or email or on the YouTube messages, I can see if I can try and get one to you. And in the bag there will be a bauble and the 2020 logo and and a piece of string to attach the bauble to the tree. You will have the polymer clay, all the colours of the rainbow, and instructions how to cook it, because you have to cook it in the oven to set it, and also a piece of shrink plastic and instructions on how to use it. Now, the shrink plastic I'll talk about first of all. Basically, you draw a picture and colour it in, you put it in the oven, and it shrinks down in size. It says it shrinks down to a fifth of the size, 20% of the size, but it's not. It's roughly half of the size. Now, I made the mistake and I didn't do my maths correctly because I'm not very good. And I've made this picture too big because this panda will not fit in my bauble. So the picture has to be at least under 3 inches square. This one is nearly 4 inches, and so the panda is a bit too big. Also, when you put it in the oven, don't overheat it and don't get a bit too eager to take it out. Mine is very curly, and also the end had curled over, and I took it out too soon before it curled it finished curling and I couldn't flatten it. But the instructions are there, and if you sort of are fairly diligent, you should be able to do it. I also made a picture of Sonny because I had a little bit left over, and again he's too big to fit in the bauble, but that's okay. And with a spare corner, I made a rainbow as well, and that fits in the bauble. So you could actually make a rainbow out of the shrink plastic and then use the polymer clay not as a rainbow to make a rainbow. You could use each of the different colours to model something that you consider a blessing. You might model some welly boots, some boots or a shoe if you've enjoyed walking, or you could make anything actually out of this. You don't have to use it to make a rainbow, because you could make a rainbow out of the shrink plastic. One thing about the polymer clay, it comes in blocks like this and they're quite hard. You have to knead it and warm it up in your fingers and make it pliable. So if you do that with each colour, just knead it, then it makes it more pliable, and then also it will stick to each other. Each colour will stick to another. Or you could just use one colour to make, say, I don't know, a shoe or a boot, or a leaf if you've been, or a flower or something like that. So that's the polymer clay, that's the shrink plastic. There should be plenty for all the children in the Butts Church. I expect some of the people in the church who have grandchildren would want one as well, and that's fine. And if you get in contact with me, I will try and supply you one. I have more baubles and shrink plastic than I have polymer clay, and I've only got a certain amount of the logos. So if you happen to get a pack which hasn't got a logo in it, you could make a logo, the 2020 logo, from the shrink plastic or the polymer clay. If you get one that hasn't got the polymer clay in it, because I've run out, then you'll get a pack with a bauble, the string, and 2 sheets of shrink plastic. So there's only a finite amount of things we've got. Well, it's open to all the children, grandchildren and adults who want to do it, but if you contact me, I will try and get things to you, or you might have collected them if you came to the service. Thanks for listening. Hope you have fun with it, but remember to count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord's done. When I started doing this, I didn't realise how much I had enjoyed certain aspects of 2020, which I wouldn't have done if there wasn't a lockdown. So anyway, thank you. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.